right around the peak of the recession is when I got the notice I was laid off. I kind of realized that how bad the situation was out there for architects, and for me to try to get back into the field where I thought I would be happy working in a place I was doing interesting work, it just wasn't going to happen. These are all architects, creative people that you would think have this kind of drive to like be excited about, you know, design, and I just didn't see that, you know, and I thought that was strange because you entered this field because you think or you hope that like it fuels your creative passion in some sense. But I realized I just wasn't doing that. I think a lot of time it was killing it. So I think it was around that time when I really decided that I just needed to do my own thing. I always remember that, like, you know, being in those environments where I'm just like wasn't happy. The blessing of like my family and friends to do something like this really just kind of like just pushed me to really just like just dive into this 100%. Aside from like, you know, just being my own boss and all that, like just, you know, having the opportunity to be able to just take on projects that you want to work on, or attracting sort of like a type of clients that are just doing really interesting work. And I kind of create pieces that have a lot of like kind of like meaning or layers of meaning. And I think I'll always, you know, use my culture as a drive for creating something new. You know, it's important for people to look at something like that and to get like not only to get like motivated, but to get inspired as well. You know, having sort of like the architecture background has always inspired me to create work with materials that I'm not only sort of you know, recyclable, but also being able to combine like materials in a non-traditional way. You know, where if I'm mixing like a record with a piece of wood, you know, or a piece of glass that I found with a piece of metal. So somehow kind of keeping, you know, that portion of like my background into a design, I think is important. You know, my first idea was more about like the design, about doing that, but then in reality, like I'd come back and I would like, well, I guess, you know, this is also my second win, you know, in life. I think it's important for me just to keep creating art. You know, at some point I feel like that'll eventually open up some doors somehow along the way, but I think for the most part it's just really just staying busy and having this machine run as much as I can.